Hello everyone, this is Kona, and thank you for tuning in to another TF2 commentary. I wanted to make a short video about hit sounds since Valve recently added hit sound customization into the game. Now, I really love hit sounds in FPS games. It just gives that satisfying feeling of, yes, I'm actually hitting something and I'm actually contributing, I'm actually useful. Unfortunately, games like CSGO, for some reason, don't have hit sounds. They don't have that valuable feedback system, and I'm not really sure why. But TF2, I think it has a fantastic hit sound. The famous ding-a-ling hit sound, which is the default one, it really seems to match the casual nature of the game. In addition to the default hit sound, Valve has added 8 more hit sounds to choose from. To access them, simply go to the advanced options from either the main menu, or you can do that by going to Options, the Multiplayer tab, and then the Advanced button. The main options you want to focus on are right here. You can choose your hit sound from the drop-down menu, you can adjust the volume of the hit sound, and even change the pitch of the hit sound depending on how much damage you deal. Now, I actually used to do this with a console command, which you can see in the description of some of my older videos. I used to put this console commands, or these series of commands, into my auto-exec file so that it'll run on startup. But luckily now it's just built into TF2, so thank you, Valve. Now, I use something similar to what Valve recommends in that higher pitch sound is played when you deal low amounts of damage, and then a lower pitch sound is played when you deal high amounts of damage, kind of like this. Now, you might have noticed that on crits, it sounds like a gong is going off. There's this big echo that lasts for quite a while after. I'm not really sure when this started. Maybe a few months back or so, all of a sudden a TF2 update caused this lower pitch sound to actually last a really long time and echo. I'm not sure if there's a fix for this, because I never used to do this before, but I have gotten used to it. I actually kind of don't mind, because when a crit goes off, you'll definitely notice it because of the hit sound. Now, unfortunately, I found that testing these new hit sounds was a bit of a challenge since there's no real way to preview the sound in the menu. So I'm going to play a preview for you here so that you can hear what it sounds like without the background noise. Alright, those are some pretty cool hit sounds, and I actually found that certain hit sounds go well with certain weapons, but you'll have to try that out for yourself. To make this a little bit easier, you can test these hit sounds against bots, or you can try it out in itemtest. Now, itemtest is basically a map that allows you to test items, but it also allows you to spawn bots and test the hit sounds so you can tweak the settings. Now, to start up, just open up the developer's console by pressing the tilde key and enter map itemtest. And once you've loaded, simply pick a class so you spawn in, and then open up the console again and type in itemtest, just itemtest. Now, once you do that, the itemtest setup page should come up, and I'm not exactly sure how all this stuff works. I'm not really an expert in this, but what I usually do is I just select all classes, I choose a melee weapon, and then I hit apply test items, and all the classes will spawn up, and you can go ahead and start testing your hit sounds. There are certain ones that I personally like the space one. It sounds really cool. It's basically like lasers, and I usually switch to this hit sound when I want to play heavy or something like that, because when I use it, it makes me feel like I'm in Star Wars or something. It's really cool. The notes hit sound is very nice too. It's almost like you can play a song with it. I feel like with all these different hit sounds, someone could actually make like a hit sound remix. That would be hilarious. But you know, this one is actually from MVM, and so it feels very TF2-ish. The beepo is a nice alternative to the default if you're ever looking for something simple. Sometimes I just like a really simple hit sound. Kind of like, let's see, the simplest hit sound that I can think of is from Modern Warfare 2 in Call of Duty. I really like that hit sound. For some reason, that was the shortest. It was just a short, subtle hit sound. It's very simple, but it was very effective. It just sounded so satisfying. So sometimes simpler is better. Unfortunately, not all of the hit sounds sound that great, at least in my opinion. For example, the percussion one can be a little annoying at times because it's basically all cymbals. I thought it was gonna be like drums or something like that, but it's basically all cymbals. The retro one, I really wanted the retro one to sound great in game, but I noticed that whenever I actually go into a game to play, all that other noise of TF2 sort of drowns out this hit sound, and I can barely hear the hit sound, which is kind of unfortunate because the retro by itself sounds really cool. Now, I like the concept of it, it's really hard to hear for some reason. Now, the squasher is kind of an interesting one because I like to play the squasher with only a certain class, specifically soldier, since sort of, you know, when you kill someone with soldier, they explode, and that explosion sort of goes with the hit sound. But playing squasher with something like a sniper, a spy, or a heavy or something like that might be kind of weird because the hit sound doesn't really match. What I'm really excited for are the new possibilities of hit sounds in the future. I would like to see custom hit sounds in the workshop that can get added to the game. I mean, these will only be for you personally since no one else can hear them but you, right? But it would be nice that they would, you know, allow us to add something that makes TF2 more personal to us. Now, I think there's actually a way to add custom sounds to the game by updating the custom folder, but unfortunately, that's not always allowed on every server. Some servers don't allow that and it would just revert back to the default, which is okay, I understand that, but you know, like, I'm glad that Valve is actually adding some of these custom hit sounds, and I'm hoping that they'll add more in the future. So my question for you is, do you use hit sounds, and if you do, which one is your favorite? And also, if you could add your own hit sound, what would you add? Like, what kind of hit sound would you like to add? Probably a lot of voices or something like that. It'd be kind of crazy, but let me know in the comments below. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.